Hello and welcome back to Talking Truth Ministries, where my goal is to teach as much of the truth as I'm able to in a world that is full of lies and deception. I apologize. This episode of Flat Friday is going to be a little bit late. I ended up having to go out of state to babysit my three grandkids last week, and I took my computer with the intentions of trying to update the channel, but three grandkids from the ages of 1, 3, and 7 kept me and my wife pretty busy. So I just decided to hold off till I got back home in my own studio here. So again, I apologize. So I'm going to pick up, now these are all memes, and everybody likes to say, well, how can you learn anything off a meme? But these are basically some questions to throw out to you to think about. If you're wondering why I would believe that the earth is flat, in fact, I don't even like to use the word belief in this respect. I know it's not a globe. And if you really examine the evidence, and I challenge you to try to prove the globe, try to disprove flat earth and see what happens. But if the earth is spinning around the sun and the sun is hurtling through space at 67,000 miles per hour, and that's what science would have us believe, and the earth is spinning, they say, at 1,040 miles per hour. And what's not on this meme is the sun is chasing the earth is chasing the moon. Let me try that again. The earth is chasing the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, and the sun is traveling around the galaxy at about 500,000 miles per hour. But none of the constellations have changed in thousands of years. Now, how can that be? You would think that, in fact, the North Star has never moved, and all the constellations that just keep circling around above us the same year after year. Job 9:6 says, "Who shakes the earth out of its place and its pillars tremble?" So according to the Bible, earth is on pillars. And yes, there's a lot of metaphorical and symbolic language in the Bible. But if science in true observation verifies that the earth is not a spinning globe ball thing flying through the universe at the so-called universe, at speeds that are unfathomable, then maybe some of this, what appears to be symbolic language in the Bible, maybe it actually says what it means. The circle of the earth. There's a difference between a circle and a ball, and the Bible proves that too. I have a slide for that coming up too, I believe. Here's some more verses that kind of demonstrate that the earth is not a ball flying through space. The earth is a circle. A circle goes around. A ball is spherical. Two different Hebrew words. Made with a compass. A compass is flat. Laid upon a face. You have a face. It's the visible part of your well, not the visible part, but it's the main part of your head, which is bounded. It's bounded around the edges with Antarctica. Antarctica is not a continent at the bottom of a globe. Has ends. It does not move, according to Psalm 93. It's covered by a dome, Genesis 1:6-8. That's what the firmament is. It contains the sun, the moon, and the stars. So the sun, the moon, and the stars are in the firmament. The sun, the moon, and the stars are what are revolving above the earth, and there's water above and water below. And I'm just telling you stuff to give you ideas or, things to research. I don't care if you believe me or not. I mean, I do care, but, it's up to you to believe what you want to believe. But if you want to believe a lie, then that's fine. Just go on living your life with your head buried in the sand. But if you want the truth, you have to investigate. You have to do the work yourself. Don't be lazy. Revelation says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they which also pierced him, and all kindred of the earth shall wail because of him. So if this is a ball, and he comes to the area of Jerusalem, exactly on the other side of the earth is the area, I believe, of like New Mexico and that area. How are they going to see him at the same time? You think TVs and all that's going to work then? No, at the end of the tribulation, right? Nothing is going to work. Satan's global lie. So the goal of Satan is to deceive everybody so that they won't believe in the creator, Yahweh, God himself. So what's the best way to do that? Try to show that maybe he doesn't exist. So you got the Big Bang and evolution to explain the beginning of the so-called universe, and then to try to explain life. So according to them, you were an accident, and we evolved from a primordial soup. We are specks in the universe. Even some scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson and others say that we are made of stardust. Isn't that interesting? Foundation. So when Satan can get people to believe that they are nothing, then they're willing to fall for anything. So you got the new world order coming up, saying that people are worthless. Look at the way the media portrays people like dumb animals. They aren't worth anything. We can kill babies in the womb because they aren't even they aren't even alive. But if the earth was flat, then that would, the Big Bang would be a lie. Then of course evolution would be a lie. It would show that we are actually incredibly valuable, that we are at the center of creation. The Bible is 100% true, because if the earth is since the earth is a stationary realm in of itself, that means there is nothing else out there except for what God has made himself. That proves God. It couldn't have come about by accident. We live on an unmoving, firm foundation. Yes, you were created by God, and God loves you. This guy was on a TV broadcast that says the earth is an oblate spheroid and that it's kind of pear-shaped. But yet we have these so-called photos from Earth. Well, they're not photos, they're images. They're made in Photoshop to show that, well, it's a sphere. It's not oblate at all. So what is it? Science. Whereupon were the foundations of it fastened, or who laid its cornerstone? That's Job 38:6. So this is what you believe. And there's a video graphic I should show you. If I can find it. I'm going to do this. I got to see if I can find it in my stuff here. I'm not sure where it is. I can't find it. Let's see if I can do this. Let me look on YouTube. Here we go.
I was blind from birth,
Oh,
so reading print material wasn't possible. Before I could even ask, Huntington asked me if I would like my statements in Braille. Imagine that. I was blown away.
how it's been portrayed in science class. But this is how it really should be if it was true. There we go. So you got all these movements. Look at this crazy stuff. How in the world do satellites keep up? How did the so-called mission to the moon make it back to the Earth if this is going at 67,000 miles per hour? You know, and don't say gravity, because gravity doesn't work like that. This is so fake. So fake. Back to the right one. So all these things are moving around at these crazy speeds and nothing changes, all held together by magic gravity from the sun and themselves, while none of these forces mess with each other. Impossible. This is what the flat Earth really looks like. You got the continents all lined up like this. Outside of all this is Antarctica. The middle, the center of the Earth, is the North Pole. That's where our magnetic north is, right here. It's at the center. Science says 14 billion years ago there was nothing, and it exploded into all we see. After a bunch of stuff happened, none of which we have math for yet, planets and galaxies coalesced into infinite but also expanding vacuum. Then our lucky planet formed in the perfect Goldilocks position while furiously spinning on a tilted axis at 1,000 miles per hour around a giant blazing ball of gas, billions of years old itself, flying at 67,000 miles an hour through our galaxy that's going 500 million miles per hour into nothingness. Earth was just chilling and spinning there for a while before suddenly, out of nowhere, with math we don't have yet, inert matter turned into single-celled organism, which for no apparent reason just divided, reorganized, and self-replicated, becoming complex multicellular life that then morphed slowly into fish. And fast forward while our nuclear furnace sun stays perfectly stable, heating us just right from 97 million miles away. Big, simple dinosaurs appeared, then apes, who then turned into tiny, smart people, all by accident on a random spinning rock, moving in multiple directions at once and at incredible speeds. All this we believe as we sit here perfectly still. That's science, but asking where's the rest of Antarctica is ridiculous. It takes more faith to believe in this stuff than it takes to believe that God created it all exactly the way he wanted it. Flat Earth fact, 97, and these flat Earth facts aren't in any particular order. I just saved the images. NASA and modern astronomy say the Earth is a giant ball tilted back, wobbling and spinning. Oh, we just went over all that. None of these motions have ever been proven to exist. All kinds of tests, the Michelson-Morley test, the pendulum test, all these other tests have not proven anything. I'm not even going back. So here is the Pythagorean proof of curvature for a ball with a radius of 3,959 miles. If you look at these numbers, a person, basically the curvature rate is 3 inches or 8 inches per mile squared. So that means every mile it drops 8 inches, and then the next mile you square the mile. And so the first mile is 8 inches, then it's 64 inches, and then it's like 6 feet or more. Here we go. 2 miles ground levels, 3 miles, 6 feet, 4 mile, 10 feet, 110 miles, 66 feet. So the farther you go, further the drop is. Oops, wait a minute. I apologize, but none of my slides are in any particular order. So I'm just gonna stop there for now. I'm just gonna make tonight a quick broadcast because I really need to organize this lesson. But apparently somebody was a little upset that there was no Flat Friday last week, so thought I'd put something out a little late. And thank you and have a good night.